Hi there, it's Riva Rue with Rue's Creative Learning Curve. So today we're going to do the upper threading on a Brother SE 1900 sewing machine, and I'm showing you from this angle because there is a raised line right here on your hand wheel, and you want that at the very top because that means that your needle is at the very top, and that's where you want it. You also want your presser foot raised up in order to thread the machine. Next we're going to look at the spools of thread and the caps that come with it. So we're going to start with a couple spools of thread. This one's very common, and then there's also this. You'll see this a lot. And so what they have provided for you is these caps that go on it. So with this one you would use this, and for this little one you're going to use this little tiny one. It's going to fit right down in here. Okay, so now let's look at the spool pin. Right here is where your thread is going to go. And notice the diagram right here. You want the thread coming out from underneath. And here's our spool of thread. So we're just going to lift up on that, slide this into the center, put the appropriate cap on it, which is this one for this particular one. And it's going to go right against it just like that, and the thread's coming up from underneath. So now let's just go ahead while we're here and put this other one on because it's made a little bit different. So it goes on this direction, and so we're going to put it right in here, and the little cap that matches it is that one right there. And so we're going to sort of snug it in there. We don't want it loose. Okay, now we've got the thread coming underneath and toward us, and we're going to follow the solid lines and the numbers. So there's 1, 2, the number 3 is down here, and we're going to be doing like a little U-turn. And we're going to come up to the 4, and there's another U-turn. So let's put this in both hands. Have just a little, so there's a little bit of tension, not a lot of slack. So we're going to go around the 1, down under the guide, the silver guide, around 2. And then we're going to go down to 3, and that is the U-turn right down here. We're going to come back up, and now there's another U-turn. You're going to hold the thread to the right, come around, and hold it toward the left, and you'll see right down in there, there's a little piece of metal that does this, and it's going to fall right in there. Now I'm going to bring it to the bottom, and we're going to set the camera so you can see what we're doing down in here. Okay, so now we did the U-turn on the 3, we went up here and did the U-turn on the 4 up at the top. Now we've dropped it down to 5, that's where it's just hanging here, the thread. So what you're going to do is take the thread in your left hand, and you can use your right hand, or with me I'm using a sewing needle. Okay, and I'm just going to show you this. When you see this number 6 back here, directly below it is like a little arm, and that's where that little catch is at right there. So you want it, make sure you actually catch it, and it goes all the way to the left on that 6. Now you'll notice right here there's a little cutout, a little groove. It's going to go right there in that little groove, and then just like this diagram here, it's going to glide right in there. And number 8, that's just a blade there that will cut this thread off. It's very sharp, it works excellent. So we've got it in number 6, it's to the left, and right here I'm bringing it right into that notch and right up above number 7, and I'm trying to stay out of the camera's way. Okay, and we're going to bring it right over there. This is number 8, the blade. If you just gently pull down, it's cut off. Now the presser foot is up. I actually have a walking foot, it doesn't really matter. And up above 8, you'll see a white lever up here. And all you do is pull down on it. And you'll notice right there, it threaded the needle automatically. And so that is all there is to it. Just follow the numbers. It works. So I say 2 thumbs up and happy sewing. I wanted to add a little something to this video from my own experience. You know, we get the machine, we're excited, we've watched YouTube videos, and we are really wanting a beautiful stitch. and we've just turned the machine on after we've done the upper threading, and we've got our bobbin in, and we're hoping for that beautiful stitch. Well, let me show you what happened with me. I believe it was this one right here. It looked okay, but I knew from experience that was not good enough. That would have told me something might be off with the tension. So I did a zigzag, and I'm telling you, that is a hot mess. And I did it several times just to make sure. So instead of worrying about the tension, being a new machine and all, I thought, let me rethread the upper thread and the bobbin. I wasn't even going to take a chance on either one. I just wanted to do it over. And when I did, I've got this beautiful stitch. I decided to do the zigzag, double check, did the zigzag, came out exactly the way it was supposed to. But, you know, me being me, I had to do it again. And it's like, okay, this is good. So just something from my own experience. If it's a new machine, instead of getting into the tension and all that, just rethread.